What's going on, everybody? This is No Games, Just Sports, the Sports Gamer. So I wrapped up my MLB the Show 22 season with the Seattle Mariners last week. We finished in the World Series. We did lose to the Los Angeles Dodgers in 6 games. I started that series back in May, April, when the season started. Played every game throughout the schedule, made it to the postseason, and then fought through wild card and the divisional round, championship series, and got to the World Series, and just came up short. I can't say it was fun. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than I would have if I had done that with the EA Sports Madden franchise in its current state. MLB the Show, every game, for me at least, felt authentic and it felt different. We're talking 162 games, not including the postseason. Madden has, you play 16, 17 games, then if you have the postseason, but every game feels the same in Madden versus MLB the Show. The atmosphere was wonderful. Some of the pros versus cons. The cons are that they need to work on the commentary for sure. They need to bring in more commentary teams than just having one set of guys commentating the games. They could do 2 or 3 no-name broadcasters just to change up the monotony of it all, right? Because they repeat the same lines over and over and over. It was very redundant. I did play with the audio on all season, but I can say it was very, on that aspect, it just was very annoying. Just hearing the same lines. And occasionally, not very often, but just occasionally, they would say a line that had nothing to do with the play. But that was very, very rare. They were pretty on par with what was happening in the game versus their commentary of what was going on. And I did appreciate that. But like I said, they need to really bring in more teams of commentary to help break up the monotony of it. Do a radio broadcast for some games. Do away broadcasts, home broadcasts. If you're going to be on, a specific network, they just need to really change it up. Other than that, it was a fun experience. I enjoyed it. It was tough playing all 162 games, but I appreciated the effort that I put forth in the game, fighting to get the playoffs box. I could have played all season long and missed the playoffs, and it would have been all for naught. But I was able to make it to the playoffs, and then make it to the World Series. Unfortunately, came up short. You can check out that channel. That game, I'll put a link on this video if you want to skim through and watch that game. It was Game 6. If you watch that game, like most games throughout the season, I was leading in that game and gave up the 2 runs at the bottom of the 8th. It was devastating on a baseball standpoint. It was devastating to play for as long as I did to get to that point, and just couldn't punch the ticket. But I'll be back next year for MLB the Show 23. I don't know if I'll be with the Seattle Mariners. I'll definitely put a vote out to see what the fans want me to play as, who they want me to play as. It will be a team that has not won the World Series, so Seattle Mariners will be in that list. It was fun. I really, really enjoyed it. If you compare MLB The Show with other sports titles, you have NBA 2K23, and then you also have EA Sports Madden NFL 23. NBA 2K23 is really well done. I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, it's still a video game. You're going to have glitches. You're going to have things you can improve on. But what I can appreciate about MLB The Show and 2K is they're striving to get better year in and year out, right? They're advancing their technology. They're punching their ticket. They're getting better at bringing a good quality game to the market. Unlike their competitor, EA Sports Madden NFL, it's been stagnant for 20 years. It doesn't do anything different. It's a real shame on the NFL for them to even allow that to even happen, because the NFL is one of the most popular sports in the United States, if not going into the world. So it's unfortunate that, for a league that is so popular as the NFL is, that they're only allowing one gaming company to make their product. They're a big enough company, the NFL, where they could thrive with 3 or 4 gaming companies making their product, because that would just bring more revenue, and that would bring even more popularity to their sport, to newer and younger generation of fans. But that's up to them. That's their legal standpoint, what they want to do. EA Sports is willing to fork out millions of dollars to be the exclusive contract, but they're not listening to their fans on what they want. Unlike MLB The Show, they improve every year. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's still a video game. You're still going to have glitches. You're still going to have, it's still a video game at the end of the day. But I can appreciate the game. When I'm playing MLB The Show, I can appreciate how everything just coincides with each other. When you play the game, if you haven't played MLB The Show 22, I encourage you to play it. It's amazing how, like, if you're batting, right? You're on defense. You're pitching the ball, and the batter hits the ball where it just trickles to the to the first baseman. Everybody on the field reacts to it. If the ball's hit to the first baseman for a double play, right, and the first baseman has to come off the bag to get the ball, the first baseman, like in baseball, in real life, they will cover the first bag to make sure they get the double play out. There's a lot of things happening in MLB The Show that EA Sports Madden can't even dream of right now. They can't even fathom having all these things, because right now the state of their game is so messed up right now. I mean, MLB The Show has this live event where you can interact with live games throughout the season. There's 162 games that you can be a part of live as they're happening. Madden NFL can't keep up with the 16, 17 games they're doing live. They're still on week 1, and we're a quarter and a half way into 3 months into the season if you go to Madden 23. So it's a real shame in far as the community's perspective, all the fans who love playing football, like myself. I'll play Madden for about 5 minutes, then realize how bad it is, and then I'll hang it up just to scratch that itch of wanting to play in the NFL and play a game. And the intro is trash. The atmosphere is trash. None of what you see on Madden NFL is what I see on Sundays, and that's my opinion. I've been watching football my entire life. I'm 45 next year. Wow. But what I see on Madden does not reciprocate what I see on Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. And the MLB The Show, you can see how they really interact with what you see on game day versus what you see on their game. So that's awesome. And they have a lot more modes, quality modes that you can play with, from Road to the Show to Diamond Dynasty to Home Run Derby, and playing with just classic players, or even just playing with minor league clubs. Madden doesn't have any of those features. You got to pay tons of money if you want to get Dan Marino or Steve Young or Troy Aikman to play, and it's all an online gambling, ridiculous thing. So, but I appreciate you checking this out. This is No Games, Just Sports. Check out MLB The Show 22. I highly recommend it. It's a fun game, lots to do, and I appreciate you. Love you guys, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.